Television dude here, and I'm doing this video because a YouTube user by the name of Dave for Shmups asked me a question: which Intellivision controller do I like better? Since I got this new Intellivision 2 controller. Now, before I even answer that, I'm not even sure if I have a good answer for that, for one thing. I'm going to show you all the different variations of the Intellivision 2 controller. Now this one here kind of looks like the one I bought, but it actually has a little bit of raised edges around each number. Not big like the Intellivision 1 controller. See, the Intellivision 1 controller, that's really in here. Let's see here. The buttons stick out, if you can see that close. And these ones, the buttons don't stick out, but it does have a raised edge around the number. Not real big, but just enough that your number can fit, your thumb can fit in there, and you can tell that you're on that number. Well, these two don't have anything. Let's see, this one's the same way, but now this one's different. This one, or is it different? I thought I had one that was different. Yeah, this one, is this the one I just had? Yeah, this one has a small little space where you can tell where your finger's at. This one has a big spot, and it's shiny. And it's like, it's real smooth and slick in between the numbers, too. And I think it's even raised even more, so you can tell that your finger's in between the numbers. It's not kind of like this one, where it's like puffy numbers. I don't know what you'd call that, but you can still tell, you know, where your fingers are in there. But now this one I bought today, it has no edges at all, no raised edges at all. It's smooth all the way across the controller. That's probably a bad thing. So it does make me wonder, is this just a different variation, or was it a cheap ripoff? You know, like I was saying, this one here, the disc is not smooth. It has some what do you call it? It's just some graininess on the disc. None of the other discs I have any grain at all. It's all smooth. Has the graininess worn off, or were they smooth? It just makes me wonder. See, all of these, every controller I have says Mattel Incorporated 1982 Hong Kong. Every one says Mattel Incorporated 1982 Hong Kong. You probably will not. I don't know if you can see that on the camera too well. Let's see if I get a better light here. I can't seem to get the light right on it. My hand isn't blocking the light, I think. It probably won't show up anyway. But anyway, all of these say Mattel Incorporated 1982. This one here actually says just Hong Kong. That's it. No Mattel. No Mattel Incorporated. I'm still not saying this is a ripoff, but I'm saying there's a possibility of it being like a manufactured at a later date by a different company. But like right off the bat, the smooth disc is nice though. I mean, but your fingers tend to slip off, because when your hand starts sweating, man. But I mean, the sliding around the disc is nice though. If you just want to slide it, this one your finger grips on it, which is real nice. So that right there is a question I would like to have known. Is this a ripoff? Was the disc like this brand new, with the grittiness of it? Is it just the grittiness have worn off these other ones? I wonder. Still a nice controller, and I said it responded perfectly, so there's nothing wrong with it. Now, what do I like better? Now, basically, I don't really have big hands. This thing actually is kind of big in my hand here. When I'm holding it like this, my hand really doesn't feel all that great and comfortable using this one here. This has also got a smooth disc. Well, this one, it actually isn't as big. Well, it actually might be about the same size. Let's see here. The other one is kind of thicker. Let's see here. This one is thinner, but it's longer. It's the same width, so maybe I don't have a good excuse when I'm saying that. This one just kind of, I don't know. See, when I'm holding it like this, in the palm of my hand, right at that point, my thumb hits the top button there. And I do this one, my thumb only hits the bottom button. So this one is longer and it's bigger in one way, not in the other. I kind of like the way this one feels in my hand better, just for size-wise. I don't know, there's just something to how my thumb fits right there. Even though there's not that much difference, I guess. I'd have to be playing a game, I guess, and really test them out, but this one's a better made controller. You know, the buttons, you can tell when you push the buttons in. This one you can't tell when to push the buttons in whatsoever, because you just barely touch it and it goes though. I mean, it is just as responsive. It's just different. It's just as responsive as these, but you don't know that you're pushing them in. You're just touching it, and that's how sensitive they are. I don't really have the best answer which one I like better, but I actually might go with this one for now. Well, and I might change my answer later, but I thought you might also found it interesting, all the different controller variations here, if you've never seen that before. So thanks for watching.